What would be your best present so far this Christmas?
Oh, come on. Good afternoon, hello, hiya. Welcome back to another video. I think this is gonna go out just after Christmas, so I hope you all had a lovely Christmas. And I think it's gonna be about like New Year's Eve when I upload this. So yeah, I hope you all had a lovely time, no matter what you did, no matter who you spent it with. I hope you're all okay. Today's video is gonna be not like a Q&A, but also a Q&A, but it's gonna be almost like in an interview form. So I do have Liam here who's gonna help me. Say hi, Liam. Don't say hi, Liam. I swear to God.
Oh yeah.
Hiya. Who's gonna be like my little question master, and we're gonna do. Oh, I got something in my eye. Hold on. Yeah, if any of you have seen the Vanity Fair like interview with Billie Eilish, where they interview her every year, and they ask her the same questions, that's kind of the vibe that we're going for, and we're just gonna see, like, reflect on this year, probably look at next year and my goals, etc., and then just compare that. And I'm gonna redo it again next year. So might as well get into it, mightn't we? You got the first one. Bearing in mind, I haven't really looked at any of the questions that Liam is about to ask me, so there's probably going to be a lot of umming involved, which I'm probably going to have to edit out. But yeah, otherwise, let's crack on, I reckon. Let me sip my tea, hold on. Grab the wall. Let me just sip my tea on the wall. Very cutesy, very demure.
What is your top moment of 2024?
Oh my gosh. My top moment.
Been so many.
Yeah, there have been so many. There actually have been. I feel so grateful for this year.
We can whack in like a top three. In no order, just big
Top
moments.
three big moments. Well, it would be my holidays, really. I think definitely number one would be mine and Tev. So Tev's my best friend. Mine and Tev's first trip to Greece. Just everything about it. Even our like trip to Mallorca, like everything about it was just so what's the word, like enlightening. Like it made me realize what I wanted to do content wise, etc., etc. We just had the best time, literally no problems whatsoever. So I would put like, can I put like holidays in one?
Yeah, yeah.
Like those two holidays especially would go into one, as well as my trip to, well, my second trip to Greece and my trip to Lisbon with my sister right at the beginning of the year. That was a really big moment for me. Then, hell,
Sporting wise.
mm, I literally had one. I've forgotten it.
Maybe it's that like little run you went on.
Oh my god, yeah, the marathon. That is so true. I completely forgot about the marathon. Yes, the marathon would definitely be in there. The medal was literally there. Oh my god, yes, running the marathon and the bath half. Wait, what are we talking about? The bath half was literally one of the best days of my life. Um, so definitely running the bath half marathon. I've got like my bibs up there and my certificates. So I raised £1,500 for Winston's Wish, which is a child bereavement support charity. So that was really good. That was back in March, and then yeah, running the York Marathon in October, and I raised £2,500. Oh, dreams come true. Which is a children's like terminal illness charity and like disability charity. That's so funny. I forgot I did that. That's classic. Yeah, those holidays, definitely the marathon and the half marathon. Um, and then honestly, just the people I've met, the connections I've made. Like it would be so hard to whittle it down to like an event. Just like the best people have come into my life, and like I've never been so self assured and so self confident. But that's kind of going off topic. Yeah, I think it would just be my holidays and my races.
Yeah, but like your personal development for 2024. I
Yeah,
know
but
it's
is
not
that
a.
like a top
I know it's not a
moment?
moment. We'll get onto it in a bit.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll delve quite deep. But you're so right. Literally, the marathon and the half marathon probably would have to go top for sure.
Have you achieved your goals this year?
Um, yes and no. I think I've achieved goals that I didn't think I had, if that makes sense. So, especially at the start of the year, I did have quite a few goals that I haven't achieved, but I've then gone on throughout the year to create new ones that, like came out of nowhere. Or like I did plan to run a marathon at the beginning of the year, but I didn't really think I was going to do it. But I also had run like 5 races in there, or like 5 charity races. And I think I ran 3, I think. Yeah, so like yes and no, but this year has been so unexpected, but in such good ways. if that makes sense. I can't really remember the others. I did have it all written down. At the end of last year, me and Tev went for lunch, and I think we're going to do it every year. But we went for lunch and we wrote down, like, I can't even remember. I think we reflected on the year just gone, so 2023. And then we talked about, what we wanted to do for the next year, what our goals were like, and what our aims were. So, like, the trips we wanted to go on, the things we wanted to achieve. So it'll be very interesting. I think we're going to do that maybe next week. We're going to go for lunch and reflect on this year's. So, yeah, as far as I'm aware, I've achieved pretty much all the goals, but I didn't really put many on. It was kind of like improve my travel anxiety, which we did because we went on lots of holidays. And I think it was, literally run a marathon, run 5 charity races. I have a feeling there's a couple that I didn't do. But yeah, that's about it, really. That's about it, really.
So they're on record then. What are your goals for next year?
Oh my gosh, for next year. I think I would like to do another marathon, I think. I just wanna I haven't really run much since the marathon. I did for a few weeks, but everything's just taken over. So I think I'd like to do another marathon. I'd like to do an ultra marathon, so I'd like to run like a 50k. Whether that will happen or when it will happen, like that's kind of a loose goal. But definitely those two. I want to do the Bath half again and beat my time from this year. What other goals do I have? Honestly, just to keep growing mentally, physically, to keep growing my page, keep putting out content that I want to do, so not putting it out because other people, like, I don't want to put out content that's just the same as everyone else, and I'm doing it because they're doing it. If that makes sense. So I would just want to keep making content that I like, and that I enjoy making, and that hopefully like everyone else does too. That's kind of it. With the gym, I don't really have any gym goals. It's just to stay consistent and disciplined, and just again keep like training and kind of getting better. I love my job that I'm in now, so it'd be to keep continuing doing that. Honestly, it's just to keep staying happy, healthy, because that's my version of success. That makes sense. So that's like, I want to stay successful and keep making the connections that I do have and probably more, and just like make sure I take every opportunity that I'm given. Like, I love opportunity. I love the thought of being able to do things, or being able to book trips, or go places, or meet new people, or like go to different classes that are then going to take me different places, things like that. They're not like specific, I suppose. Yeah, I think they're my main goals for this year.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Ready?
Yeah.
Describe yourself.
That's it. Just
That
describe
is the
myself.
question.
Not in 3 words.
No, just describe yourself. Now, what are you? Now, describe yourself.
What are you? Describe myself. Oh my god.
If someone came down, if you weren't you, and someone went, "Oh, what's Poppy like?" How would you describe her?
I would say she is friendly, approachable, like I don't really know. Yeah, friendly, approachable, bubbly, positive, caring, reassuring. If anyone's in a crisis, or they're like having a panic or having a bit of a freak out, I'm really good at dealing with people like that. Yeah, I would just say all of that. She has an absolute passion for sport and for helping people, and that she wants to combine it. But yeah, just that you can go to her with any problem and she'll do whatever she can to help. And she's just got a passion for helping people. And that you'll always find her in the gym, on a run, working, editing, making content, filming and making content, or not drinking a cup of tea. Is probably what I would say. Yeah, I think that would be it.
That's like next year when it's like she hates people.
Yeah, can you imagine? Describe yourself in 2025. I fucking hate myself. I hate people. Everyone can leave me alone.
Don't want to help anyone.
I'm so done with dealing with people's problems.
I'm good.
Are you okay? Liam's just dying silently. Well, not silently, actually. Can you be a bit quieter?
Yeah, sorry.
Rude.
Turn the mic off. Are you happy?
I'm so happy. I don't think I've ever been this happy, self-assured in my entire life. This year has definitely been the best year of my life by far. By far, in just all aspects. Yeah, I'm so happy. Everyone obviously has their down days, etc., etc. But honestly, my down days are so small and so infrequent. Is that a word?
Yeah.
They lack frequency?
Infrequent.
Infrequent. And yeah, just my mindset that I've built up even on like the bad days, I'm still so grateful for everything that I have, for all my opportunities, like just for not even all the materialistic things, like just for all of the connections I have in my life, for the support and love that I receive on the daily. Yeah, I'm so happy, so happy, for sure.
Leads into the next question. Mentally, where are you?
Mentally, where am I? Where am I mentally? Greece, to be honest. Good. I'm good. Like football mentally has been a bit bad the past few weeks, but that kind of comes in drips and drabs. So I'm used to that. I guess just really good. Like my anxieties are still there, but like I'm growing each week, and each thing that I get put through, or each thing that brings up my anxiety or whatever. What did I just say? Oh, whatever.
Oh, whatever.
Each thing that brings up an anxiety in me, or a new trigger, or anything like that, I'm now facing with so much more like head on. Let's fucking get through this and smash it, because it's only going to make me into a better person once I get through it. Doesn't make it any easier. Obviously, it's still crazy hard, and a lot of anxieties I do deal with daily. But yeah, I definitely have the tools and stuff to help with that, which I probably wouldn't say I had last year or whatever. So yeah, I guess like in a really good place. Is that an answer? Is that a good answer?
A great answer.
Is it? Yeah, true. That's true. Better than the latter.
Physically, where are you?
Physically, where am I? I mean, right now, I'm still fighting off a cough and a cold, which I've had for a couple of weeks. So that's been a bit annoying. Physically, I'm the strongest I've ever been. Like weights wise, the weights I can lift are the strongest that I've ever been able to do. Obviously, with the marathon and everything, that's the longest I've ever run. So that's pretty cool to think that I've done that or achieved that. But right now, honestly, I'm just settling in the new job, settling in the kind of content that I'm making. Physical training has always been number one. It's always been priority, no matter what. Like I'm still studying because I always put my physical training before my studying, because that's like what I love and that's my drive, and that will always come first. But weirdly, the past few weeks it hasn't. Whether that's just the build up to Christmas or what, like I don't love it any less. It's not any of that. But yeah, I'm definitely the strongest and fittest I've ever been, for sure. Hopefully, it's literally going to get better every year. So 2025, Poppy, you better be fitter than you are now, because I want to like beat myself each year. That sounds terrible. You know what I mean? Like be fitter each year for as long as I can. Yeah.
Do you feel like you've taken anything for granted this year?
Oh my God, what a question. Honestly, no, I don't think so. Well, I think everyone takes things for granted every day, just in the sense of where we are in the society that we're in and the houses that we live in. Like, we do take clean water for granted every day, but there's no way we can constantly be grateful for everything that we have every day, because that would just be really draining. But I'm so grateful. Like every morning or night, I write down or at least think of 3 things that I'm grateful for. Like if I wake up and I'm thinking like I'm already in a bit of a shit mood, or I'm already thinking, oh, I don't really want to go through this day, to be honest. I'd rather just stay in bed, sleep, and just wake up the next day and like just skip this day. And then as soon as I have any thought like that, I'm like, no, that's ridiculous. Like you are grateful for the life that you live. Come up with at least like 3 to 5 things that you're grateful for, and make that push you out of bed. So usually it's like my car, my job, the ability to walk, blah blah blah. Because obviously I think again everyone kind of takes the ability to move for granted every day. But I always check in with myself and make sure that I feel grateful to have moved my body that day, or make sure I look after it, etc., etc. So I'd say I'm really in tune, that kind of stuff. And then again, like on holiday, I've been so present and so grateful for being on that holiday. No, I don't think so. I probably have, but I don't think so. Like off the top of my head.
No, I feel like you're very good at self-reflecting. So
yeah.
What have you given up on this year?
What have I given up on? I don't think anything. I mean, I very nearly gave up on the marathon because I didn't think I'd be able to do it, but I didn't. Neither should you, if that's what you're thinking of doing and you think you can't do it. You should absolutely do it. It's probably been like a couple of weeks of like where I haven't eaten as cleanly, like those types of things I've given up on very temporarily. Because Because how dare I?
How dare you? How dare you eat something not
Not healthy
nutri-
for a week. Yeah, no. I don't think I've given up on anything.
What have you done out of your comfort zone this year?
What? The real question is, what have I done in my comfort zone this year? What have I done out of it? I mean, all of my travel. I'm not a big traveller, obviously, as most of you will know, my travelling experience wasn't great. So going to Lisbon in January was out of my comfort zone. Going to Mallorca, all of my the Greece trips, they were out of my comfort zone to begin with. Obviously, again, like going to football every week is always out of my comfort zone. Doing a lot of now I'm doing a lot of strength and conditioning, which is out of my comfort zone. Like, for example, today I've literally just been to a strength and conditioning class, and I'm not really big on the class environment. I think it's great for people who love that kind of thing, but I push myself to do them because the reason I wouldn't do them is because I'm worried about being the worst in the class. And so then doing the class pushes me out of my comfort zone. So I literally did that this morning. I guess not everything, but all of the content that I post, I'm still learning and grasping it. So that's a little bit out of my comfort zone. Obviously the marathon, the half marathons, my whole mindset around the marathon was you do not change unless you're out of your comfort zone. Well, change will not happen. So that was massive, getting through that.
Do you feel you've developed the way you wanted to this year?
Yeah. I think I've developed in ways I genuinely didn't think were possible this year. Or I wouldn't have even been able to fathom how much I would have developed this year. Even since my breakup in February, that was massive for me, mentally, emotionally. It cleared up not so much in my head, but it's allowed me to have all of this time to self-reflect and figure out what I want to do. That was just massive, absolutely massive. So I wouldn't have been able to develop, I don't think, if that hadn't happened. So yes and no. Yes, I definitely, if I at the beginning of the year could see myself now, I'd literally be like, who is that person? Wow, that's incredible. But I wouldn't have been able to fathom that I could develop that much.
What do you want to change about the year? Is there anything you would change about the previous year?
I'm big on everything I've been through. If I could take it back, I wouldn't, because it's made me who I am. Is there anything I would change this year?
More holidays.
Yeah, I would have gone on holidays sooner. Probably been a little bit better with my money, I think is the main thing. Or especially on holiday, budgeted a little bit better to then have more on holiday. Because especially after the second Greek holiday, we were all spent. We were spent. Otherwise, no, I wouldn't change a single thing. I really wouldn't.
What currently makes you smile?
So much. I'm so easily pressed. Bloody Duncan the Duck on my chest of drawers. What makes me smile? Again, an easier question is probably what doesn't make me smile. Helping people, knowing that I made a difference to people's lives. A lot of the content that I post, all of my family, my friends, the people closest to me, my inner circle, all of the sport that I do, running, gymming, it just non-stop makes me smile, even on the harder days where I don't think I will be able to smile. I love my new job. My new job makes me smile most of the time. It can be a little bit stressful, but my new colleagues that I'm working with, yeah, just literally everything. Chocolate, a good pancake, fish fingers. Actually, fish fingers always makes me smile. Fish fingers and a jacket potato, yeah, always makes me smile. Sunsets, pretty much everything, unless it's bad, like a murder or something. Usually, because I'll always find the good out of everything. It'll always make me smile. Really, you asking the question, "What makes you smile?" made me smile. Which is a bit dumb, really. But, and also just being proud of people and people being proud of me, which I'm not really used to, and seeing other people achieve and overcome things.
Words you like to live by?
What do I like to live by?
Words you like to live by? What words do you live by?
I live by "You are enough. It's okay to be you." Motivation is easy when everything in your life is going well. Consistency is key. They're the ones that I really live my life by. And see the beauty is a big one. Whatever dark place you're going through, you just got to see the bright side there. It's something that you just got to look for it. Show up for yourself, show up for others. That's a big one. I mean, literally have them tattooed on me.
What do you wish other people knew about you?
That I'm not a lesbian.
Right,
That I'm
next
straight. I'm
question.
as straight as a pole. Just for context, the town that I live in, so many rumors went around that I was dating my best friend. It's not true. Yeah, I guess which people wouldn't know that, but obviously I don't care. It's not anyone's business anyway. Just how approachable I am. I've been told by multiple people who I'm close with now that they were really intimidated by me, and that like, yeah, that I was just like intimidating. And then they said, you know, I got to know you and realized like you were really lovely. So I always want to make sure I seem approachable to people because I am. I would never like judge anyone, or I would just help like anyone. Whether that's a blessing or a curse, don't really know yet. But yeah, I think I just want people to know that, just so they know that they can come to me about anything. Otherwise, I'd say I'm like you can see me, like I'm like transparent. If that makes sense. Like, I wear my heart on my sleeve, 100%. I'm always open and honest. Good days, bad days. I think it's very important, especially as humans, to show that and communicate that. And just be real. Otherwise, I think everyone like can see that from me.
What surprised you the most this year?
I think the people that have left and the people that are with me now, 100%. Especially the beginning of the year, two of the closest people to me left, and that was big. That was a big surprise. Yeah, and then the people that have then walked in and left, or like walked in, I think that's the biggest one. Is like who I started the year with and who I'm finishing the year with now. Um, wouldn't change it, but yeah, that's been a bit of a weird like roller coaster. People who have come and gone, and I think probably that I actually did the marathon. Like I actually did it, but then weirdly after the marathon, it surprised me that I didn't really feel like I'd accomplished anything. That was surprising.
What's one area in your life you feel you've developed, and what's one area you feel that you want to develop?
Yeah, but I've developed my entire life. Because if
What?
I go into that, then this is going to be a very long video.
Thing?
My travel anxiety. When at the start of the year, when I went to, so I didn't go anywhere last year. I didn't go anywhere last year because of what had happened in my traveling experience. So me and my sister, she took me to Lisbon in January, and I fainted at the airport. I threw up before we got on the plane. Yada yada yada. But we got through it, and then Mallorca was the same. I nearly passed out before we got on the plane, and then each trip just got easier and easier and easier. My ability to power through it. I do always push through it, but especially with travel, I don't know how to describe it. Like, I wouldn't have expected to go on all of the trips that I did this year with the ease that I did. An area I want to develop. I mean, to continue to develop that, I just want to develop in everything.
But when we sit down here next year and we look back, what is the one area that you go, yeah, I really wanted to work on that,
And I did.
and I did?
I guess an area I want to develop is like looking for opportunities and then taking them, even though they might re-trigger certain anxieties in me. I don't know, you know, if I got asked, this is a big ask, but if I got asked to like go do the New York Marathon or something, there would be loads in my way stopping me mentally and maybe not physically, but definitely mentally. That there are so many obstacles I'd have to overcome. Continue to develop my ability to calm down the anxiety when it gets rough. Not to stop it, because like I have generalized anxiety disorder. It's never really going to go away. But just to keep getting better at dealing with it, in all forms of it. But travel and football would be like the number ones. This is the last question.
This is the last serious question. If you could give someone a message, what would it be? What are your words of wisdom for
Oh,
anyone
not
who's...
like pick someone.
You can pick someone if you want, but
Well, my mind went to like I would like message my dead nan. Is where I went with it.
I'm more thinking if you could give a message, if someone's watching this and you could give them a message, your inspirational thing for them, what would it be?
100%, 100% be you. 100% be you. Don't stop being you for anyone. Anyone, not your mum, not your dad, not your brothers, not your sisters. If they don't love you for who you are, as long as you're obviously not hurting people. Like, if being you is being a murderer, don't do that. Please don't do that. But yeah, just be you, 100%. Like, especially after I came back from traveling. Like, again, that's why I've got it tattooed on me. Like, it's okay to be you. I remember my therapist telling me that, and I just bawled my eyes out because no one had ever told me that. So if I could spread any message as much as I can, it would literally be, it's okay to be you. So do it. Like, don't change for anyone. Don't change your ambitions, what you like, what you don't like. Obviously, get yourself out of your comfort zone and push yourself that little bit. But yeah, 100%, it would be that. That would be number one, because that's been massive for me. And like, because I'm not really a massive goey outer, I don't really do a lot of things that like my age or a lot of people generally like to do. So that's been massive for me, accepting who I am, what I want to do, and then putting that first. Like, if you want to go out, and then it's dealing with not wanting to do that and saying in your head, yeah, that's literally fine that I don't want to do that. You let them go do their thing, and then like allow yourself to do yours, would be the main one.
Okay,
one.
my actual final question.
Okay.
Are you aware of how much you inspire everyone and how proud everyone is of you?
Absolutely not. Because like, I'm very much, if I just make a difference to one person's life, like, I'm happy. That's my job done. Like, yeah, I'll go home happy. But no, I'd say I have no idea. Like, if you were to ask me like how many people I've inspired, I'd probably say like none. Imagine if this time next year I'm like fucking millions.
But you do.
What, inspire people?
Yeah.
I hope so. And I hope I continue to do that. But that's literally my life goal. 100% my life goal is just to help as many people as possible in whatever way, whatever shape or form. So I hope you've actually managed to finish your cup of tea, because I haven't. Can you finish your cup of tea?
No. I didn't want to start slurping it.
I'm like halfway through my cup of tea. It is getting cold now. God's sake. Oh, you are getting closer.
I don't want to slurp it through questions.
I love stuff like this. It'll be so interesting to see where I am next year. Obviously, that's a whole like 12 months away. But I'm so excited to go into 2025. I'm so excited to see what's going to happen, who's going to come and go. And like, I'm very much, if you have lost people this year or if you've gained people, again, like, I'm just going to reiterate, just be you, because people will come and go. And I'm massive on, if people like want to get off the train, like, they'll take their ticket and go. Whereas people who like the train and want to stay on the train, they're going to stay on it. That'd be my advice to you going into 2025. I think this will be the third of this week's video. So if you've watched this one and not the other two, go and take a look. I did a day in the life and a present swap with Tev, if you haven't checked those out yet. But otherwise, 2025, Poppy, or anyone who's seeing this, well done. You absolutely smashed 2024. And I hope you've done the same in 2025. But no matter what, just take it in your stride and be brave and just face whatever adversity you do and pull through it. And I hope you all have a lovely New Year, whatever you're doing. Again, New Year's Eve, I've never had a good New Year's Eve in my life, so I'm excited for this one. Every New Year's Eve's just been awful, but again, like, it's massive that you spend your New Year's Eve however you want to spend it. If you want to spend it falling asleep at 10 o'clock at night and then just waking up and just having a chill day, that's absolutely fine. Like, do not let anyone say that you have to do New Year's Eve a certain way. You have to go out and get pissed and not remember it. You have to spend it with loads of people, all of your friends, blah, blah, blah. If you're just by yourself in your room, not really doing anything, that is fine. It's just another day. Otherwise, I'll probably see you in next week's video. First video of 2025. I have no idea what it's going to be. I haven't planned it yet. But yeah, I will see you then. Say goodbye.
See ya.
See us later. Which my sister will hate, sorry.